everyone. Welcome to Wetaways Getaways Property Tours, specifically designed for luxury wedding planners and your beloved couples. We are so happy that you're tuning in. If you know our channel already, make sure you subscribe. Definitely follow us because you know we publish beautiful properties around the world that are absolutely perfect for your weddings and celebrations. I've got with me Patricia from One&Only Palmilla in the beautiful Los Cabos, Mexico. You know we love Mexico. It is the #1 destination in the world for weddings and celebrations, especially coming out of the United States. If you have a chance to check out wetaways.com, you will see the beautiful feature with several pages of lots of information. So let's dive right in. Patricia, thank you so much for joining us. We are thrilled to have the wedding and celebrations manager of One&Only Palmilla joining us this morning.
Thank you so much, Renee. And as we say at One&Only Palmilla, hand on the heart, thank you so much for the wonderful partnership. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this virtual site inspection of the property, a legendary property, an iconic property, and most importantly, a property that really understands and is well experienced when it comes to leisure business and also group business. And why not to be more specific and say the most beautiful events that everyone can have in life, weddings and also milestone celebrations. One&Only Palmilla, that location on it, it's very, very amazing and also valuable in the sense that quickly 20 minutes away from the airport, sitting on the tip of Baja California, which is kind of like a peninsula, I would say, completely surrounded by the Sea of Cortez. And added to that, the property itself is beachfront, which means every single room has beautiful ocean views. The architecture is very unique with the respect to everyone that is in the destination. Every single resort is absolutely beautiful. But when it comes to Palmilla, we're just, so unique. I don't think that there will ever be a replica when it comes to the landscape and also the architecture. Added to that, something important that you might want to know is that we definitely have a swimmable beach. What you're seeing here is the south-south area of the property, but as you walk through the beautiful landscape, you get to the north side of the property, and that's where you find the most amazing and fabulous swimmable beach. It is a Blue certified. What does that mean? It means that it's quite protected, and the reason behind it is because we have the most beautiful sea life. Added to that, for those that know the property quite well, I like to quickly go over what's new with the property. What's new? Very excited to say that we have a fantastic omakase style restaurant, and that is called Hoshi. Hoshi is a 35-seat culinary experience that is now the hottest thing in Los Cabos, I could say. I haven't experienced it myself, but so far since it opened, which was about 2 months ago, every single review that we have had is this is the best of the best when it comes to omakase style. As far as little ones, of course, they are our first clients, so we need to mesmerize them at all times. So what we did is we partnered with Worldwide Kids. And if you're not familiar with Worldwide Kids, I encourage you to look them up. The best company in the world to, work with when it comes to, putting the right programs together, when putting the most innovative and fun activities together as well. And last but not least, our fabulous golf course. I mean, when you think of Cabo, you think of let's go for golfing, let's go for the beach, let's go for, surfing and all that. Definitely golf. Our golf is being renovated, major renovation, including a GPS navigation in the golf carts, comfort stations. By the request of our repeat clientele, we're adding pickleball, tennis courts, a tennis academy, and the updates go on and on and on, but it's going to be a fabulous, complete renovated golf course, including a clubhouse with the farm-to-table concept, as well as a coffee shop, agave bar, sport bar, you name it. It'll be a fabulous place to come and enjoy some golf time. As far as the property overall, we are definitely very unique in architecture, in location, in the way that we do things. Hands on the heart is the first thing that, it comes to mind, that we do completely different from the rest. The property itself has a soul, and that's the way I see it. The property it's like the heart, and the rest of my colleagues, the rest of the organs of that body, of that heart, we definitely serve from the heart with a very genuine, level of service. Exceptional dining experiences, and as I said earlier, endless adventures tailored either by the sea or by land. Let's talk about a little bit about, the room categories and how these gets related into a group, right? A room block. So we have Villa Cortez. We have 17 room categories, 174 lovely accommodations. I'm not going to overwhelm you with that. So Villa Cortez, I love it so much for the fact that it's like Palmilla within Palmilla, fully equipped, 4 master bedrooms. What you can see over here, it's a fire pit along with a lounge area. The Palapa city map to 14, infinity age pool, jacuzzis, you name it, 2 kitchens, indoor dining. It also has a movie theater, and I'm not exaggerating when I say a movie theater. I am not exaggerating. A lot of our Hollywood movie editors, they love to book Villa Cortez for the fact that they can work in that, home theater that we have. Why am I mentioning Villa Cortez? Because it's an ideal unit for small weddings, milestone celebrations. A lot of our couples, they choose Villa Cortez to do a welcome reception, to do, the first look of, a set of photographs, and also just for them to stay with the most significant, rest of family members. So it definitely becomes an ideal unit that you can add to the room block, definitely. Added to that, we have Villa One, which, not to be repetitive, the same concept, but this one in particular is a little bit modern. The architecture, as you can see, it's completely different from Villa Cortez. Villa Cortez is our signature villa. Villa One is our sexier, trendy, modern architecture. A lot of our young clientele, especially from the Silicon Valley, they love to come and do, girls' getaway or just a group of friends traveling together. And for weddings, what can I say? It really has everything. I mean, you can't really miss any single details. It has larger terrace, is a little bit bigger than Villa Cortez. The one thing that Villa One does not have, and I call it a she is not beachfront, but completely with the beautiful 90 degrees, seeing the entire Sea of Cortez, and at the same time, the entire landscape from our beautiful property. Another, another accommodation that you can definitely add to the room block. This one in particular is a lot less when it comes to pricing than Villa Cortez, and yet equally beautiful. That's what I can say. So I always encourage you to always see these, because these 2 villas are definitely something that, highlight the room block. Flavors of Mexico. I always love to read this title, because we definitely have the flavors of Mexico. And, wonderful, wedding planners and wonderful audience that is, looking at this presentation or listening to this presentation. I've been with the property over a decade, and I tell you, I sell it with much passion, and I sell it for the fact that we deliver what we promise. And when I say flavors of Mexico, I know that we have the flavors of Mexico. I've been to a lot of different culinary experiences within the destinations, and I have to say, everyone is fabulous. But I think here, the flavors, the Michelin star chef, along with the level of service that we provide, is what makes the culinary experience stand out even more. So, leading the culinary experience, we have Michelin star John George at Sear, which is our steakhouse. I have to tell you, 15 different types of cuts of meat. I only knew one. I only know my New York State, right? No, just kidding. Definitely, it's a beautiful experience to come in Sears. We actually have the bar of meats on a display so that our guests are able to come in and see it. So it's beautiful. Ceviche is definitely my favorite of all. The reason behind it is because it's a combination of sushis and ceviches. So if the evening has come and I don't know yet where I want to dine, this is the place to go. And then our restaurant is definitely our authentic Mexican cuisine with a beautiful Mediterranean cuisine in there. So you have lots of different flavors, lots of different colors. I mean, the word no does not exist in our culinary collection. And Breeze, I love it so much because it's fun. It's kind of like a chameleon. In the morning, you start with a beautiful breakfast beachfront. If you are visiting the property during whale season, which is December through early April, you will have a school of whales going by while you're enjoying your cup of coffee. And then in the evening, it turns into this beautiful area that makes you feel that you are in San Jose City with live mariachi, a beautiful, dinner, Mexican theme, lots of different things going on. We even bring our vendors, our artisans into property. They set up along Breeze Restaurant, actually in front of Beach Restaurant on the Hacienda area, and they show their souvenirs. So our guests are able to enjoy dinner and enjoy a glass of wine, get up and do a little bit of shopping. And then moving into wellness, we definitely have a beautiful collection of different experiences, including our beautiful spa, healing rituals, you name it. As far as, enjoying water, we have amazing pools, our beautiful swimmable beach, as I said earlier, and a beautiful collection of activities from surfing to yachts, to all the non-motorized water sports. Guests can have an array of different activities going on while visiting the property. Adventures on Land, it's another collection of activities that your clients can do, cooking classes, tequila tastings. I'll change that to tequila seminars because that's what we really do. Tennis courts, golf course, and you name it. I like to definitely show off the most amazing venues that we have on property. To begin with our beautiful crown jewel, which is the chapel. When you are in Mexico and when you are in a property as One&Only Palmilla, which is so iconic, only property with a beautiful chapel here. This is why the chapel becomes the crown jewel venue. If you want to do just the ceremony, we have enough space with to do it inside, and it is about 40 to be accommodated inside the chapel. If we want to do the ceremony right over here, then around the terrace areas, we can definitely set up for 200. So reception capacity up to 80, but definitely we can do lots of different things here. The most common thing that couples do is just to have the ceremony, and sometimes they request to have a quick cocktail right over here before they move into the different venue for the wedding reception. Of the chapel right over here, absolutely beautiful, very Spanish, very Latin, in which we have the altar, is definitely something very traditional. These are just more pictures on the chapel and all the different settings that you can do. The chapel is beautiful enough that you can just dress it with flowers, or you can just do more, creation on it as well. For those that want a more traditional experience, we have the horse carriage. What happens is a lot of our couples, when they are bringing, just a very small weddings of themselves and maybe 20 or 30 guests, then this is doable without any problems. For those that love the beach and want to do their wedding in front of that beautiful element, which is the water, we have Total Beach with capacity of up to 300. And then you have different styles here. The one thing that I do want to leave you with in mind is that when we are selecting beach venues at One&Only Palmilla, because we have certain buildings and certain categories right in front of the Total Beach, we do require that, you book those categories. It's a main requirement that we have. But it's very easy to do. The most beautiful rooms. We have Casita Junior Suites, which are ideal for couples. And we also have 1 bedrooms right in front of Total Beach. The other crown jewel, along with the Chapel Total Beach, is South Lawn. South Lawn, it's a venue that is constantly being booked and requested. And again, just as Total Beach has a requirement on room categories, so does South Lawn. Different categories, all of them are absolutely beautiful. My suggestion will always be to do Total Beach for those that love the beach. For small weddings, what I always love to offer is the herb garden, because the herb garden is right across the chapel. So you can do your ceremony and then you can easily just walk 100 steps and go into the herb garden. A cooking class, a dinner rehearsal, a tequila tasting, a cocktail reception, anything that you can think of, you can definitely do it at the herb garden. Bahia Courtyard is one of the most amazing architectures that you would have there. The beautiful backdrops for pictures and all that, the Spanish style that it has, and is large enough for 120 for reception capacity. And what's very amazing is that as you are in Bahia Courtyard celebrating your reception, then you can easily just walk in here and then you are into Bahia Ballroom for your after party.
In order to really get the concept, we're talking, just as you saw that original opening image of the property at the actual edge of the earth, at the edge of the peninsula, and it's sort of built up around that tip. When you walk through the property, the walkways, they curve and they bend, and it's lush greenery all around. And this particular area, the Bahia Courtyard, is as you approach it, you're going through these beautiful pathways and all this lush gardens, and then all of a sudden you enter into this space. It's large with a beautiful fountain, and then all of a sudden you look left and there you see the beautiful space with the fireplace at the end, and you see this beautiful architecture with arches, this I'm going to call it, it looks like an ancient building, but it's just gorgeous. So you're actually walking into something that looks like a movie set, but it's really the architecture and the place itself. And it's just so grand and elegant when you walk in. So you really have to see it. And we can definitely book you site inspections to get down there and to see the property for yourself.
These other 2 venues, I love selling them a lot. Almost daily, I'm showing our pool deck, lower deck, and the upper deck. Why? Because it's completely beachfront, completely open air. From here, you're able to see the entire city of San Jose. So if you're doing a cocktail reception or the dinner reception over here at night, you can just imagine you hear the water crashing the rocks. You have the breeze of the evening, and then you have the lights of the city of San Jose, along with what the designer has done for you. And we work with amazing vendors in Los Cabos when it comes to designing, decor, you name it. We have everything, right, Renee? Anything, any contact that they need, between Renee and I, we can, put you in contact and make sure that you are working with the best of the best in Los Cabos. Our upper deck accommodates 150, and then the lower deck 60. What's good to highlight over here is that when you are having your wedding at this venue, you automatically have both space, because we will never have 2 receptions going at the same time. My thing will be, you start with the lower level, maybe with the cocktail standing, style, and then you move into the upper deck to do your beautiful dinner. And next to these venues here, we have our bar. Say you're done with the reception, there's nothing else going on. Of course, some of them are going to go to the rooms to enjoy the beautiful, amazing rooms and just relax in there. But some of them can continue to, enjoy our bar. So it's within walking distance. Everything is, very close to each other. So that's just a little bit about Palmilla. Of course, between Renee and I, we can definitely go into further details. We can definitely assist you into picking the right venue for your clients, picking the right setups. You just let us know and we will take care of you absolutely.
So when you go to wetaways.com and you look up One and Only Palmilla, you can just look up Palmilla or the word one and you'll land right on it. You will see several pages of information like you've seen here. You'll also see this recording on that page as well. There'll be the gallery of photographs and there'll be a messaging tool. So you can send a message directly to the property to ask for any information regarding any date for any type of celebration. Of course, you can also email weddings, plural, weddings@wetaways.com, and our team will respond and give you more information. That lower middle picture is exactly what I was talking about. When you enter that space, you see the fountain and you see the beautiful fireplace at the end where you can do a ceremony or reception setup. And then you see the archways into the ballroom space. Again, this is Mexico at its core, the real deal. It's so beautiful. And what's so incredible about One and Only Palmilla is you've got authentic, traditional Mexico combined with the most modern elements, if that is your look and if that's your aesthetic.